So, Thomas of the Magic Road came out in July of 2000 and not many people enjoyed the film. I've always shown my love and appreciation from the film on this channel, but I think there's a specific part of the film that makes this enjoyable. This, of course, being Diesel 10. Diesel 10 is the main antagonist in Magic Road and in my opinion is the best part of the film. I mean, yeah, you have Hummy Man creating the most magical and beautiful pieces of music, but there's just something about Diesel 10 that just works. I've always had this idea in the back of my mind to talk about Diesel 10's character, as I haven't seen anyone else talk about him, so me being the Diesel 10 guy, this makes sense. Without further ado, let's get into it and see why Diesel 10 is the best Thomas villain. Now, I think the best way to talk about Diesel 10 is literally just his introduction. When Magic Railroad starts, it introduces the world of Sodor to us by showing us the engines doing their jobs. When Thomas has a conversation with Gordon about Mr. Conductor, Diesel 10 practically just spawns out of nowhere.
I think we can take care of ourselves. Get out of my way! I have unfinished business here, and I want to finish it fast! The Diesel 10's back!
Another thing to note about this scene is the music. Again, going back to the introduction, the music is very calming and fits the mood, but when Diesel 10 flies by Thomas and Gordon, the music is very loud, quick, and tells the audience that you don't want to mess with him. Despite being shown to be a pretty big threat, when Diesel 10 talks to James and Thomas at the sheds, it's clearly shown that they are pretty annoyed and are just done with this shit. So much so that Thomas actually stands up for himself.
You won't dominate us, and you won't destroy her.
Now, let me show you the two characters that make Diesel 10 Diesel 10. Those characters being Splatter and Dodge. Splatter and Dodge are the perfect opposites to Diesel 10. Anytime the three are together, it creates the best scenes of the movie. Despite trying to not be stupid, most of the time he just acts as stupid as they do.
I know that's gonna ruin my facial.
He also is very impatient, telling Splatter and Dodge that he doesn't have time to say both of their names, so he just calls them Splodge.
I ain't got time to say both names.
When Mr. Conductor comes to Sodor, he kinda just pushes aside Diesel 10, which obviously bites him in the ass later on.
Sir Topham had warned me about Diesel. Don't worry, Thomas. I'll just pop in and out with my sparkle wherever he goes and keep him in order. I hope.
I also find it funny how he literally dumped sneezing powder everywhere just to mess with the engines. Like, he couldn't have done anything else, but he just chose sneezing powder.
The boss dumped sneezing powder everywhere.
Let's start laughing now.
Oh, sorry, it's a bit of a dust-up.
Also, while it's not shown, it's told to us by James that Diesel insulted him because of his paint.
Is it because I'm red? Diesel says red is a very tiring color, but Mr. C. Red looks so nice against the snow.
Another scene I'd like to mention is one of the meeting scenes with the three villains, and the second Toby rings his bell to try and distract Diesel 10, Diesel 10 immediately chooses violence.
Get back here! Pinky, don't make me come up here. I hate it when you do this.
Good show.
Boss, did you mean to let the roof fall in? All the way in?
I always mean what I do, you rattle traps.
He also just hates everyone's names, so he calls Thomas a blue puffball,
There's the blue puffball.
Toby an old teapot,
It's the old teapot.
and everyone else is just a tin kettle for some reason.
That line of tin kettles.
Neil Crone, who voices Diesel 10, Splatter, and Gordon, was one of the creative consultants for the movie alongside Kevin Frank, who voiced Henry, Dodge, Birdie, and Harold. If it weren't for these two adding more humor to the movie, Diesel 10 would have been a villain with a cool design but a pretty boring character. As shown in the work print, Diesel 10 would have been voiced by Keith Scott, and it's a pretty good voice, but I think the louder New Jersey accent fits the character more. Take a look and tell me who you think is better in the comments.
Losing your sparkle, eh? What perfect timing.
Losing your sparkle, huh? What perfect timing. Now where is that lost engine?
You will always need help, because steam engines are cowardly, cranky, worn-out hunks of metal who couldn't hurt a fly.
Help you? You'll always need help. Because steam engines are cowardly, cranky, worn-out hunks of metal who couldn't hurt a fly.
Without Neil Crone and Kevin Frank, I think Magic Railroad would have definitely been a worse movie, and I think Diesel 10 wouldn't have been as iconic as he is today. So yeah, that's basically it for this video. Like I said in the beginning, I've always wanted to do this type of video, talking about Diesel 10. It's a really fun character, both design-wise and character-wise. Like, this design for, like, a train villain is literally, like, one of the best ideas ever. He can be a complete idiot at one point, but the next he'll be hanging Alec Baldwin over a bridge. But yeah, hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure to like and subscribe if you like this type of content and Diesel 10, and I'll see you in the next one. Okay, now I can stop doing that voice. Any questions? Yes, you in the front.
Yeah, so, what about CGI Diesel 10?
We don't talk about that area.
No, I don't like CGI Diesel 10. I don't like calling all engines Diesel 10.